when I think of Native Americans, I'm from New Mexico, so Native Americans are very much in the periphery of the entire state. Um, so I think of normal human beings. And I also think of the entire pop culture Native American, um, very racist portrayals. But then also, my uncle is part of the Native American church. I come from a place where there's stereotypes on two ends. There's like the very like cowboy and Indian stereotype, a mystic quality that is in some respects, and they're both very juxtaposed, but they're also both like very racist and not actually like a representative reality.
I think what happens in stereotypical representation is that you take a few things that happen in the culture. So stereotypes are not all like falsehoods. They're not all basically lies. They're not all like fabrications. So you take certain cultural practices and certain cultural ideas that are in that culture, but what happens is that you make those very few kind of representations or those very few cultural practices stand in for the whole culture.
The predominant stereotype are sports mascots, and that's really the reason that a lot of national organizations like the National Indian Education Association and the National Congress of American Indian have, and the President Obama have come out wanting to see that those are erased. Oftentimes, those are the only images of American Indians that most people know, because most people have never met an American Indian. So that's the only, that's what they believe somehow we look like, we act. It's really sad that that's all that people know about us, because there just isn't, it's not, our history is not prevalent in American Indian history, and it's not taught in, let's say in Illinois, it's not taught in public school classrooms, it's not taught in most college classrooms or colleges and universities, so there's nowhere for people to learn about American Indians.
By talking and being and experiencing with other people.
I think that it's important that kids and young people learn that this was about all the Indian people that were here in America before the explorers came and before the settlers came. And that there were millions of people from hundreds of different tribes and who had rich cultures and rich languages and rich religions. And I think that that's so important. And then kind of how in all of history that you cannot really learn about American history without learning about American Indian history, because it was parallel. So many times our history starts with contact with Europeans, and it really is much older than that. Some states have come pretty far in mandating that American Indian history be taught as part of the curriculum. I think we need to do that in Illinois, and every state needs to do that. And then I'd say, and then the college and universities have to look at examining their curriculum to see really where that could be taught. The faculty need to be encouraged to study American Indian history and culture and include it in their curricula. And then, of course, media, that we need to encourage media to be interested in American Indian topics and to present them on a regular basis. Our relationship to the earth and all living things, and how with that respect for the sacred of all living things, and at the same time, though, the necessity of living and of gaining all the things we needed from Mother Earth. That not only was that a beautiful relationship, but then from that grew the beauty of creation of art from those elements. That is going on all around America today in terms of all the American Indian people they're all artists, they're all creators of some kind.